No country has ever prospered that failed to put its own interests first.
Shut up, shut the f*** up. You know what's good for your health, homie.
This represents slavery, colonialism, genocide, oppression, and it's our right to burn that shit.
Both our friends and our enemies put their countries above ours. And we, while being fair to them, must start doing the same.
He said that us Mexicans are bringing all types of bad people to this country. That's incorrect, dude.
They're bringing drugs.
We just caught these guys coming across the border. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have big satchels.
They're bringing crime. They're rapists. And some, I assume, are good people. We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. The nation state remains the true foundation for happiness and harmony.
We have kids because we like sex. No, we're having kids ready to start this war. Believe me. I got another one on the way, and she'll be strapped up ready for you. Come get it. Come get it. Come knock on my door and see what happens. We're ready. We're ready.
We're going to build a wall. It's going to be built.
I voted for border security, and some of it was a fence. I don't think we ever called it a wall. Maybe in some places it was a wall.
He is not only a racist, he's not only a misogynist, he is a fascist. Donald Trump is a Nazi. Trump equals 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 Nazi.
He is hurting our unity at home.
Why don't you turn your camera? Show them how many people come to these rallies. Turn them. Go ahead, turn them. Go ahead.
I should know my son did 2 years because he kept his wife in the car when he was trying to...
Hey, great argument, your middle finger. You're so ashamed you can't even show your face.
No, I'm smart.
You're smart because you're out here breaking the law and you don't want to show your face.
If the state will target me, the state won't target a fascist like you.
That's funny because if you look at the actual fact, this government is targeting conservatives like me and they're giving preferential treatment to you.
The whole police propaganda was because the anarchists are going to fuck yourselves. You're not even oppressed.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. What do you know about me to say I'm not oppressed?
You're not. You said
How do you know?
Because I'm a
How do you know?
You're white, number one.
Oh, I'm white, so I'm not impressed. I'm not oppressed. Okay, so are you oppressed then?
I'm part Mexican, so yeah, more than you.
Oh, okay, so that's not racist though. Just because you identify with something,
you can actually
say you have a different view.
because of your descent. So wait, the veritable fact is now racist.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What are you guys protesting?
I'm protesting.
Yeah. Why don't you leave? Leave.
So we should leave.
Why don't we take? Why don't we take?
This is a legal occupation.
Hold on. Hold on. You're protesting America. Yep. Okay. Why don't you go back to Mexico then?
No.
Because why?
If you don't like a place,
because you want to get. They don't want to leave because this is the greatest country in the world. They don't want to leave because this is the greatest country in the world.
Shouldn't you want to get the land back? Yeah.
I want to improve it by getting these scumbags out of my streets. That's what I want to do. Oh, it's American to protest America, apparently.
Yes, that's what.
So you're protesting America. So tell me. I'm not from this country. I was born and raised in this country. Oh my God, man.
Owen,
why don't you ride a bike everywhere too?
Don't ban Trump!
Watch out.
Don't ban Trump! What's your problem with Trump? Let me hear your problem with Trump, please. Don't ban Trump!
Well, we came out here, we started at Cleveland Square, where we were barred from going into the park because the police had been given an order to block all people from entering the park. Then the protests started to move about the streets, and the police have been continuing to guide them and make sure they're protected. But the irony is they're protesting the police. So the police are here protecting their rights, protecting their safety, but they're actually marching in a protest against the police. So I've been trying to understand that dynamic and that train of thinking here. And when I try to address the protesters, they can't really engage me on that debate.
We get a shot of your sign, brother.
Oh yeah, that's the yeah, that's the woman who said that she couldn't speak, she would F it up, huh?
All right. Yeah, there you go. Fed up.
We came from Washington State because InfoWars was here.
All right, thanks a lot.
Hey, Bernie Sanders' brother, can we get your autograph?
Literally, this is what they've resorted to. Absolutely no concepts, no talking points, nothing. It's just a siren.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, hey, hold on. That's our friend.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you're famous on YouTube. You want to talk to us? So you work for the university, right?
No, I don't. I'm a student. That was a lie.
All right, they finally caught up. Your drumsticks are almost done. You're not going to blow up this mic. Anything else you want to say?
I'm black and I'm fucking proud!
You should be proud that you're black. You should be. No one's telling you not to be proud.
Oh,
I'm white and I'm proud.
Nobody's telling you not to be proud. Triggering! Hashtag triggering.
Okay, it's all on camera. Camera never lies. That's still touching somebody.
That's not touching somebody.
Don't even breathe on anybody.
I touched his hat.
Hey, what's it like to be a bully?
You just admitted that you hit his head.
Yes, I did hit his
Okay,
hat.
so that's assault. You just clicked it. Yes. Yes, that is.
Charlie, is that assault? Do you feel assaulted?
I feel like I am in such danger.
Caitlin, do you feel assaulted right now? Oh, I'm assaulting Caitlin. I'm touching
Assault
her
is
glasses.
unwanted touch.
Assaulting Caitlin.
That's what assault is.
Is assault screaming in somebody's face?
Yes, it is.
All right, then stop screaming in her face.
I'm not screaming in her face. This is screaming in somebody's face.
So you're assaulting me right now?
You're a grown man. Why don't
Did I touch you?
You're a grown
Did I
man.
touch you?
You're a grown
Did
man.
I touch you?
Why don't you stop acting like a little baby?
I'm the one that's here to speak. You guys are just banging noises and whistling because you can't be articulate. Robots can bang and make noises.
Robots?
Can you guys not articulate? If you have a difference in opinion, be
All
articulate.
this is provocation. It's all
It's
hate
not provocation.
speech.
You're the one who's
Y'all
provocating.
are leading a racist mob.
You guys are. We're
Y'all
not
are
racist.
leading
How
a
are we
racist
racist?
mob that has made death threats against the organizers that are here.
Give me one example of how we're racist, and I'll leave.
There are countless Twitter messages. Look on
No.
4chan.
I said,
Look
give
on
me one
8chan.
account how Trump
Look at
and
all
Trump
y'all's
supporters are racist.
bullshit.
Give me an example how like Trump is racist. Give me one
There's just
example.
a de facto provocative
De
violence
facto.
going
So
on at
just
every
because his
single
name
one
is
of
Trump,
his
he's
events.
automatically racist.
What about those two guys who beat up that homeless dude and pissed on him?
I have no knowledge.
All right, well then maybe you should learn a little bit more about your candidate's racism.
So because there's Trump supporters are automatically racist.
Oh,
And
yeah,
they do.
y'all are racist.
So if
You
you
guys
guys.
have a don't tread on me sign. There's literally a don't tread on me sign. You're gonna say that that's not racist?
Oh, excuse me. What happened? What did they try to do?
They tried to rip it down.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't support Trump, but you support somebody
You support criminal activity.
Rip the sign out of somebody's hand. Real great.
You don't like signs? You don't like signs? I'm fine. Don't touch me.
Move away from the disabled.
Don't tell me what to do.
Hey, get over here. There's someone with a
pushing me.
Look, there's someone.
This is
callous
disregard for the disabled, man.
There's someone.
Donald Trump!
Move it down. Fight down. We don't want this down. Okay?
Hey, whenever you come up to an event with your face covered, you're obviously trying to do something, right? What are you looking at, guys?
Aren't you the guy that punched that chick in the face?
No, I'm not even from here.
One of you guys punched that chick in the face over there. Yeah, there's video of it.
Anything else you gotta say?
We haven't touched anyone, and one of your protesters punched that chick in the face. Hella people saw it. Hella people have it on camera. But you guys aren't violent. You guys aren't racist.
They actually shut down a meeting last time, a pro-Trump meeting. Well, that's okay, right? Obviously, they have nothing to say.
In defense of these guys.
What?
In defense of these guys trying to shut down a meeting.
Yeah.
You guys actually have tried to shut down.
You can always go somewhere else.
Hey guys, it's Jacob Honeycutt. We're live on Facebook with a Trump supporter, Trump supporter and a Trump hater.
You don't hate anyone, sir. You absolutely do. You're talking about hate. Why is what we think is hate?
I'm not saying that I hate him. I am saying that he incites me.
How?
I'm saying that he hates Mexicans.
He didn't say he hates Mexicans. Did he ever say that?
And he was going to build a wall to keep them out.
Oh, that's right, because we don't belong in our, we don't have a right to defend our borders. You lock your doors at night? Well, why do you do that? You should open your doors at night.
Because I
want
live
to come
in
in
the
and
city.
sleep on your, I don't care. I would like to come into your house and sleep on your couch.
Sir,
I
what
would
I'm
like to
trying
get
to
some
say...
food out of your fridge. Can you please leave your door open at night?
Absolutely.
You will?
Absolutely.
You give me your address so
Just
I can get
because,
some food? I might be hungry.
you're voting for Trump
I am unemployed. I am an unemployed veteran.
ignore you.
I would love some free food.
Absolutely.
I would love a place to sleep tonight.
What would you like? I'll
Just
go
give
get
me
you
your
something.
address. Right.
I'm not giving you my address.
Why not?
Because I
But
don't
you can lock
trust
your
you. I
doors.
don't know you.
Well, then they don't know Mexicans that are coming across the border with drugs and stuff like that. So
I'm not
we can
denying
trust
that.
them.
I'm not denying that.
So you have no valid point whatsoever. What else has he preached about hate? When has he ever said I hate you? No? Nothing? Silence is good.
I'm not going to argue with someone.
It's not
but
arguing.
I'm not
it's
going
called
to change
debating.
your
So
opinion.
you have your ideas and I have
I am
my
not
ideas.
going to change your
In a
opinion,
free
sir.
society, I can spout off my ideas and you come back
I
with
am
yours.
not going to change your opinion, sir.
Exactly. So I'm trying to figure out where he is, where it's hateful. What's he said that's hateful?
I am not trying to change your opinion, sir.
You're never going to. I'm just trying to figure out why you think it's
I am
hateful.
not trying to change your opinion.
Is that your go-to, Brian? That's just it?
I am not trying to change your opinion.
That's
You are
fine.
entitled to
I'm not
believe
trying
in
to
what
change
you would
yours.
like to.
You can be hateful all you want. I'm just trying to
You
figure out
are entitled to believe in what you want.
That's not.
I'm
just trying to figure out.
I didn't even say who I was voting for. Not
That doesn't
once.
matter. I'm
I
just
have been
wondering
standing
why
out
you're
here for
voting
2 hours, and not once have I said who I was voting for.
I didn't. I know that. I can tell that. I'm just asking what Trump has said that's hateful.
There are a lot of things that he said that's
Vote
Give
for
two
Trump is a
examples.
vote for hate. I'm just wondering why you're trying to change our votes.
because he's a racist.
How is he a racist? When has he ever said anything like
the
that?
KKK endorses.
What if I told you there's a
Hey,
picture?
take a look at this, guys. We got a bus driving by that says Trump hates. Are you with him?
What if I told you the KKK was formed by the Democratic Party to stop Republicans?
I don't disagree with you.
Oh yes,
I never said
Trump
that I was
endorses the
siding with the
KKK.
Democratic Party.
So what has he said?
I'm saying that Donald Trump stands for hate.
Okay, that's what you say, but can you prove it with facts? No?
Look at the news headlines.
This guy is perfect.
Look at the news headlines.
Look at the, oh right, I should believe
Look
the
at
mainstream
every
media.
single thing.
The left.
Okay, I agree with you on that one. I'll at least agree with you on that one.
Wow. Have you ever seen? You know who Tyler Durden is? Well, this conversation is over.
Have a good night, okay?
Hey, you
have a good night. Be safe.
Can you tell live on Facebook why you don't support Donald Trump?
Because he's a racist.
Can you give 2 examples of why Donald Trump is a racist? respect. Thank you for your service. There's no logic in that crowd, man. None.
Person's level of like not accepting people. We're a country of immigrants. Why? Just honestly,
What do you think about allowing illegal immigrants in the United States?
Well, honestly, they should be allowed. Well, legal immigrants in general that are already here shouldn't be taken away. Just obviously for jobs, and you're gonna tear families apart, and it's not even worth it. Destroy companies if you just get rid of them.
Bernie Sanders is a lifelong progressive. I've been following him for generations.
I don't want to cut you off, but I never saw him. I never met him. I would chair the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee for 3 years, from 1963 to 1966. I was involved in the sit-ins, the Freedom Ride, the March on Washington, the March from Selma to Montgomery, and directed the voter education project for 6 years. But I met Hillary Clinton. I met President.
Bernie is a genuine candidate. I feel like he's very genuine, and that's the reason he relates to so many people. Because he's speaking from his heart.
Excuse me, shut up! You don't have the microphone.
But he's also explaining why he wants to look out for the people in this country who need help.
One of Bernie's policies is that he wants to heavily tax the rich. Do you think that would encourage them to leave?
To leave?
Yes.
The rich are not going to leave America. Nowhere. Nowhere. They're so rich they can afford to have Bernie tax them, and that wouldn't be a problem.
So,
where are they going to go? Are they going to go somewhere where they're not taxed? Yeah. Yes.
Let's say you were renting an apartment in New York, and the landlord said to you that he's going to raise your rent by 50% to cover the people who cannot afford the rent. Would you stay in the apartment? That
is not a parallel analogy. There's no way that's a parallel analogy. This is the one place where they get the tax break. So where are they going to go?
I believe he will rebuild the middle class, which America was born on, and it is deteriorating.
How is he going to rebuild the middle class?
By fixing infrastructure, by creating jobs, and bringing jobs away from foreign countries and back to the United States.
Raise the minimum wage to $5.50 an hour.
We've got to raise the minimum wage to at least $10.10 an hour.
Raise the minimum wage to a living wage, $15 an hour.
First of all, it would kill jobs. One of the basic lessons of economics is that when the price of something goes up, people buy less of it. So if the price of pumpkin lattes rises, you can expect consumers to buy fewer of them. This law of demand also affects the market for low-skilled workers. Raising the minimum wage means a higher cost of employing each worker, which makes workers less affordable than before. Our coffee shop won't keep a worker at the
I believe that he stands for the change that we need to see in the world, and I think he's cool.
Do you think it's wrong for a presidential candidate to marginalize a group of people based on the color of their skin?
Yeah, absolutely. I think not just the presidential candidate, just a regular human being.
When you're white, you don't know what it's like to be living in a ghetto. You don't know what it's like to be poor. When you're white, we will end institutional racism.
Let's say you're renting an apartment and the landlord tells you that he's raising your rent by 50% to help pay for the people who cannot afford to pay rent. Would you pay the rent or would you leave?
Absolutely would, under certain circumstances. For example,
Here come that bullshit, get that nigga ass.
I would, if I was, if you know, if I was, if I had, you know, if you know, if I was, I would, if I had, you know,
come on, try getting it out.
Income great enough where I was paying, you know, living comfortably, paying my rent and saving. Yeah, I would totally, you know, as a charitable cause. Yeah, I would help out. Yeah.
Why do you think most people of color are voting for Hillary?
Well, I personally don't think most people of color are voting for Hillary.
You saw that stat from the NBC Marist poll that Clinton is leading Sanders among support from African Americans in South Carolina by, look at that, 74% to 17%.
Oh, would you look at that?
Put that
Just look at that.
The fact is that it was the African-American vote in Nevada that really put Hillary Clinton over the top tonight. They broke more than 3-1 for her.
Would you just look at it?
Yeah, it's sad. It's the only mark.
I mean, just look at it.
She has the most support among women and African-American voters.
Collecting far more endorsements, including from Eric Garner's mother.
Hillary tends to have a higher support within minorities in those states. So it's basically coincidental that that's happening.
Right.
You know, I'll go with that.
You still do it.
Do you think we should build a wall?
My personal opinion is no matter how big of a wall you're gonna build, there's always gonna be a way to, you know, penetrate. And especially if there's a big enough need that, you know, I think the wall is not the final solution. I think what's really gonna build a realistically sustainable solution is what Bernie's campaign is trying to accomplish.
Bernie Sanders got me out here. I don't vote because I don't believe in the political system at all. I haven't taken part in anything political in this country since John V. Lindsay.
In case Hillary wins the nomination, hypothetically, you would vote for Donald Trump?
Well, first of all, I don't vote.
You would support Donald Trump?
No, I wouldn't support him. I think that what Trump has in store, it would serve this country right if he gets there. In other words, the country would need to purge and implode, and he would bring it to its knees, and that's just what needs to happen based on my politics. If you can't go with a revolution that Bernie is talking about in terms of for the people, okay, then it just needs to implode and then just bring it on.
Do you think Bernie should make it illegal for the rich to leave because they don't want to pay their taxes?
I think they should pay. I think that type of policy, I think something like that should work. But first of all, I don't vote.